Today we are looking at the new Richtech AATSS version 2. This is an automated AI temperature screening system. So let's get started with setting this up here. Hello all, my name is David and I'm an engineer here at T Equipment. I'm excited to show you this unit today for 3 reasons. The first, as you can tell, it's standalone, very simple to just set up and use, basically plug and play. The second is this is one of the few units that actually has a couple interfaces. So these are all the cables that are inside the unit. You can definitely connect these to doors, any IoT device you may have. And the third, you have the entire unit set up as a desktop or a pedestal mount. You can also have a wall mount, so it gives you lots of flexibility here. So let's get started and actually look at some of the interfaces here. The first one we have is the actual relay. So you have 4 different connections you can use within this relay. Connections 1 and 2 are open. Connections 3 and 4 are closed for trigger anything there. Then you have an alarm out, basically 3.3 volts when there is no trigger. When there is a trigger, it goes to 0 volts, so you can trigger that as well. Then there is a Vigen interface, positive and negative as well here for the Vigen protocol. Next we have an actual reset switch. So within here you can actually open this up and there's a little button there. So this switch is actually useful if you have to move the device elsewhere or you've changed some of the configuration and it no longer works. In this case, you made an error or something like that, or your IP address changed. You can just go ahead and hold this for 5 seconds and it'll actually reset the unit to the factory configuration. Then we have a connection here for the DC power supply. It's a 12-volt supply. And you have your Ethernet 100 megabit connection here, as well as a USB connection. Now the USB connection is normally already plugged in for you inside the unit. Again, this underneath the base, you can actually unscrew and expose these connections. There is also an Ethernet connection, which is normally also plugged in underneath the unit here. So you can see that here. And both of these, the power, the USB, and the Ethernet, actually all 3 of them, are useful because you can actually see all the connections from the outside as well. And that gives you the advantage, like I mentioned, of having this device just plug and play here. Let's go ahead and actually connect the unit to power it up. Again, it's very, very simple to set this up. I'm going to go ahead and just plug in the DC power to show you that you do not need the network connection plugged in for the unit to work. So now that it's plugged in here, I'm going to go ahead and just step into the unit itself. It takes a couple seconds to power up here. And let's take a look at the unit. And the great thing about this unit also is that it's not actually motion activated. It has the AI, so it's detecting my face here. The second my face steps on it, the unit powers up, performs its scan. On the next video, we're actually going to take a look at how the network connections work on the unit, how you can set up some advanced configuration, and just diving in a little deeper into how this unit can be customized.